Welcome to YouTube Science Communication. Hi there, my name is Maximus. This is the 66th video I've made for this class. Today's video is going to be how to make a thumbnail. All of the videos that you make for this class, you're going to need to make thumbnail files for them. You can think of them as sort of like headings, right? That's the image that people are going to see when they click on the video, and you're going to need to submit a thumbnail along with the video file into the class Google Drive. So to show you how to make a thumbnail for a video for this class, me from the past from a different tutorial is going to show you how to do that. So let's talk to that human. If you go to the course Google Drive and you click on this folder Intro and End Screens, you'll see there's a PSD, a Photoshop document called Student Video Thumb. So you're going to click on that. And that brings up this blank thumbnail template. Quick note from the future here, you don't actually have to use Adobe Photoshop in order to make a thumbnail. This tutorial is about using Adobe Photoshop, but I know that some of you won't have Photoshop. That's okay. Watch the tutorial anyway. It'll give you the general idea of like what a thumbnail should look like, and then I'm sure you can figure it out using any software that you have at your disposal. But this tutorial is about Photoshop, and if you have Photoshop, you should use it. All right, back to past me with a beard. Your job is to fill the interior of this template with something interesting. So often I'll spend a lot of time thinking about exactly what image I want in here. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to take a screenshot and use some still image from a video that you've already made. So I'm going to navigate to the old tutorial that I made. Welcome to YouTube. Here it is. And I'm going to just find a clip somewhere in here that looks good. It's usually good to have the clip be of your face, and you want to be smiling, or you want it to be engaging. So, okay, that seems reasonable. There, that's going to be my thumbnail image. Like I said, if this were a more serious video, if this were a video that I was spending more time on, I would probably put more thought into figuring out what this background image is. But for the purposes of this tutorial, this image is fine. So I'm going to take a screenshot. It's the print screen button on my keyboard. And there we go. So now I'm going to go back to Photoshop, and I'm going to paste that screenshot into Photoshop. Control V. Hey, look. There's me. There's the thing. So if you go on the left-hand side of Photoshop here, and I'm just sort of going to move some of these, you can see there's all of these layers in this document. For example, here's the frame. I'll make that come and go, right? And here's the thing that says student video there. There's the logo. So we're going to be messing around with these layers, and we want to put this image in the proper place. So I want it to be underneath the frame and the student video thing. I want it to be at the very bottom. So now it's underneath everything. I'm going to hit Control T to resize it. And I'm going to click to the corner and hold down the Shift button while I drag this, so that will maintain the aspect ratio. And I'm just going to drag this image like that. Need to enter to fix the location of that image. All right, so that's the skeleton of my thumbnail. So if you look on the side here where all the layers are, you can see there's a bunch of different hands. Here's hand 1, hand 2, hand 3, hand 4, right? Lots of different hands. So I want to choose a hand that works for this thumbnail. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, as long as you choose one of them. These are all my hands. You're more than welcome to take a picture of your own hands and put it in here if you don't want to use my hands. If your hands look different than mine, I encourage you to put your own hands in. Let's choose hand 6. Look, okay, great. Hand 6 is there. So we've put a hand in the frame. So all of these things, the hand, the frame, the logo, the student video thing, it's all standardizing our thumbnail so that when people look at our channel, all of the thumbnails look kind of similar. So the last thing that I want to do for this thumbnail is add a title. So I'm going to hit T for text, and I'm going to give this thumbnail a title, which is, we're going to say it's Intro and End Screen Tutorial. Text is too big and it's the wrong color, so I'm going to select all of the text, make it black. I'm going to change the size to be like, let's say 66. Make it a little bigger. Let's say 88. And now I want to make it multiple lines. So I'm going to hit enter around each word, something like that. Intro and end screen tutorial. That's pretty good. Okay, so then I'm going to go to layer, layer style, stroke, and the text is black, and I want to give it a white stroke. And I want to make the stroke size smaller. That's pretty good. Intro and end screen tutorial. Now I want to move this so that you can sort of see my eyes. Maybe I'll reselect text again and give it a little bend. That could be nice. At this point it's just sort of like stylistic. Make an arch and make it slightly less arched. Yeah, a little curve is nice. Okay, so that's my thumbnail. It's not much, but it will do. It's an intro and end screen tutorial. Cool. So then I go to File, and I want to save it as, and we're going to save it as, we're going to go into Tutorials, Intro and End Screen Tutorial, and we're just going to save it as the thumbnail. So once I've saved that PSD file, the next thing I want to do is I want to save it as a JPEG. So I go down here and I hit JPEG, and again I'm just going to save it as a JPEG. And I want this JPEG to be less than 1 megabyte because the thumbnails need to be less than a megabyte. So that's 600 kilobytes. That's good. Hit OK. Now our thumbnail is made. Okay, great. Hopefully that was clear and simple. Once you have made your thumbnail, you can take your thumbnail file and your video file, and you can upload them both to the submissions folder in the course Google Drive. If you're not sure where to find that, there's another tutorial in this list all about the course Google Drive. That's the tutorial I'm going to make like tomorrow probably. So you can take all those files, put them into the course Google Drive, upload them, and then you're done with your homework assignment. And now me from the past one more time is going to do the end screen outro monologue thing that you will learn for your videos. All right, bye. Thanks for watching. This video is part of a class called YouTube Science Communication, where we learn about the history of life on Earth and then make educational videos about it. If you want to see more videos like this one, you can hit the subscribe button. And if you want to make videos like this alongside us, you can learn how in our Patreon page. Links are in the description. I'll see you next time.